Hello everyone, let's get started. These are Ben and Sally. It's Friday night and they are at a party. Before leaving the party, Ben says, "I'll call you tomorrow." It's Tuesday now and Sally and Rachel are talking on the phone. Sally complains, "He said that he would call me the next day." Here, Sally reports Ben's words. This is called reported speech. So, we can say that reported speech tells what someone says in another person's words. It's also called indirect speech. Let's see how we form reported speech. We start reported speech with a reporting clause. After a past verb in the reporting clause, which is usually said, we make changes in pronoun, verb form, and adverb of time. Now, let's have a closer look at them. While reporting someone's words, we often use a tense which is further back in the past. The verb shifts to express a past time. Let's see how tenses change. Present simple becomes past simple. Present continuous becomes past continuous. Present perfect and past simple become past perfect. Will becomes would. Am is are going to becomes was were going to. Can becomes could. And may becomes might. Now, analyze the tense shift in the examples here. Please note that after the reporting verb, use of that is optional. However, the forms of should, ought to, could, and might are the same in direct and reported speech. Look at the examples. There is no change in the verb forms. Change of pronouns in reported speech. Here, you see the pronouns that change frequently. Pause the video now and study the tables. Changes to personal pronouns in reported speech depend on the situation. Let's look at the examples. Here, I becomes he, we becomes they, my becomes her, our becomes their. In the examples, pronouns change because the people who say the sentences and the people who report them are different. In this example, however, the person who says the sentence and the person who reports it is the same. What I mean is, the speaker repeats his or her own words. Therefore, the pronoun I doesn't change. Change of time adverbs in reported speech. In the table, you see the time adverbs that we usually change in reported speech. Today becomes then or that day. Yesterday becomes the day before. Tomorrow becomes the next day, the day after, or the following day. Last week becomes the week before. 3 weeks ago becomes 3 weeks before. Now becomes then or at that moment. Study the examples now. In reported speech, adverbs of place and demonstratives can also change. I want to draw your attention to the first pair of sentences. Here becomes there. Also, this becomes that, and these becomes those in reported speech. Let's look at the examples here to go over what we have discussed so far. I haven't seen Julia for ages, says Tom. Tom said he hadn't seen Julia for ages. Here, Tom said is reporting clause. I becomes he, and haven't seen becomes hadn't seen. They will be with me tomorrow, said Lori. Lori said they would be with her the next day, the day after, or the following day. Here, Lori said is reporting clause. They stays the same because of the situation given here. Will be becomes would be. Me becomes her. And tomorrow becomes the next day, the day after, or the following day. Although say is the most common reporting verb, many other verbs can introduce indirect speech. One of them is tell. Let's see how it's used. We always use an object pronoun or a noun after tell. And of course, in reported speech, we use its past form, which is told. I'm working harder, said Felix. Felix told him that he was working harder. Here, because reporting verb is told, we have to use an object, which is him here. That is optional. I becomes he. Am working becomes was working. I may be late, said Mitch. Mitch told Porter that he might be late. Again, reporting verb is told, that's why we need to use an object here. And I becomes he, maybe becomes might be. Now, let's quickly compare say and tell. Although both of them are used in reported speech, after said, we don't use an object, but after told, we have to use an object. Be careful, never use say with an object. To report a command or an imperative, use tell and the infinitive with to. Leave my house, said politician. The politician told the journalist to leave his house. Here, we have the object because of told. And to Leave becomes to leave. My becomes his. Work quietly, said Miss Ali. Miss Ali told us to work quietly. Here, work becomes to work. When we report a negative command, we use tell and not to. Do not cheat again, said the teacher. The teacher told the student not to cheat again. Do not cheat becomes not to cheat. Now practice time. Pause the video and change the direct speech into reported speech using the prompts given. Here are the answers. Thank you.